And we're off to a wonderful start. Hi guys, how's everyone doing?
Woo!
Thank you guys for making it to our wonderful open mic. This is my favourite show of the year. I am biased as hell as stand-up. What can you do? But yeah, so as I said, this is the open mic where we aim to solve the real philosophical questions in life, such as why are we here? What's the meaning of life? And what really is the deal with airplane food? My name, as I've said, is Adeline. I typically use they, she pronouns, but because it's the lead up to spooky season, my pronouns are now she, hers. I'm kidding, please don't use she, they, thank you. No, speaking of spooky season, are you guys excited for Halloween? Sounded a bit like a ghost. No, I love Halloween, but I am a wuss. I went to Scarefest Alton Towers last week, and I refused to do any of the scare mazes. But I did get jump scared on Gangster Granny the Ride, which, if you don't know, is a children's ride. I also got jump scared by my friend walking in front of me, and also the other day walking into my kitchen, I thought I saw a rat. It was a ball of wool. I did have a photo, but technical issues. You guys are just gonna have to use your imaginations. But no. Spooky question for the audience. If you were a monster, what monster would you be? Have we got any suggestions? I'll come to hello. I don't know you, you're a stranger. No. What monster would you be?
I would be man.
Very deep. It's giving Frankenstein. I like it. Anyone else? Anyone else? What monster would you be? I'm gonna come right up to the back. I'm so sorry for your filming, Lauren.
It's all good.
What monster would you be?
Maybe a monkey?
Ooh. None of these are traditional monsters. But I appreciate the imagination that this audience has. You know, if you want to apply that, I hear there's a really good society for that. Self-plug. Anyone else? We'll do one more. Anyone else? I've made eye contact with my housemate, but I'm going to avoid them. I'm so sorry. Hello. What monster would you be?
I'd be a hydra.
Ooh. Not only is that actually a traditional monster, I think that's a pretty cool choice. Me, I think I'd be a pipeline punch. Maybe a nice, refreshing mango loco. And that is the worst joke I will make all evening. It's also not just run up to spooky season, it's also Asexual Awareness Week.
Woo!
I hope you guys are very aware of me given I'm holding the microphone. But no, I'm asexual, I'm on the asexual spectrum. And what that means is I don't experience, people experience little to no sexual attraction. What that doesn't mean is asexual people don't necessarily have no sex drive, they can't dress sluttily, and it also doesn't mean that they reproduce by just kind of splitting in two. Quick poll, have we got any other asexual people in the room? Can I get a little cheer, because unfortunately the lights are quite bright. Ooh, maybe we are multiplying actually. Maybe I was wrong. No, I love being asexual. It saves me a lot of money. And not just in the traditional ways. It means that those adverts with the men with the abs don't work on me. I'm immune. No. It does, however, mean that I didn't realise that Hooters wasn't a cat cafe for owls. I'm sorely disappointed. No. You guys doing good? You guys excited for some comedy?
Woo!
I hear we have a wonderful line. I don't know why I'm saying I hear we have a wonderful lineup. I have seen all the comedians, and they are wonderful. We do have some ground rules though. Please do not heckle. not even me. I'm actually just a little guy. Please do not eat food while people are on stage. We do have an interval, so if you get a bit peckish, then's your time. But we do have a wonderful content manager at the back recording, so just making sure everything's all good on the recording side. And just, if you see something you like, if you hear something you like, just give a little giggle, or as the old head of stand-up used to say, give them one of these. If someone's laughing, it will look like everyone's laughing. But yeah, are we ready to invite our first act onto the stage? Can we, I'm gonna employ the wonderful Isaac again, who I don't know, as we've established. Mind control. No. I'm going to employ you to start clapping, and we're going to spread it up this side and then all the way around. Does that sound good with everyone? If you can start clapping, start cheering. You can move up to my housemate in the second row, all the way up around, and please invite me onto the stage.
Halloween, I did have to whip out last year's costume, Miss Brittany. But I feel like recently we've forgotten the true meaning of Halloween. It just hasn't been the same. Because the true original meaning of Halloween is to be sexy. So say it with me. Make Halloween sexy again. Make Halloween sexy again. Make Halloween sexy again! Yes. I feel like a true evil dictator. Like if Mussolini had tits. Like if Mussolini had hair. And wanted to revive the Roman Empire. But no, the true purpose of Halloween is to be spooky, or, the ancient Celtic festival signifying the end of summer and the start of winter. If you like history like a nerd, you nerd. But now Halloween means to dress up like Boris Johnson and make out with a Smurf. Of course, talking from personal experience. But on a real note though, I have always loved Halloween just because it's a day for the freaks. It was the one day a year where I could truly be myself as someone else. I mean, if you're a closeted little trans kid, wear a dress. If you're ugly, wear a mask. If you're ginger, wear a wig. No, I do have to clarify, that was a joke because my best friend is in fact a ginger. And it's honestly not as hard as it looks. I mean, you just have to remember never to let them out in the sun. Always lock your door at night in case they come for your soul. And never feed them after midnight. But seriously, Halloween is great for covering up your insecurities. It does remind me of this time a couple weeks ago. I was in Leicester Square with my friends, and we were passing the street from the M&M store to the Lego store, as 3 20-year-olds do. And we passed this Darth Vader street performer, and first look, he was really tall, so I was thinking, ooh, he was born for this role. He must have been the top student at Star Wars Academy. Look a bit closer, he's standing on a box. A big box. Look a bit closer, he goes, Now, I haven't rewatched Star Wars in a while, but I don't remember Darth Vader sounding like Minnie Mouse. And then, so we start walking a bit faster now, and then we hear, I love you. But before I go, I did want to remind you all that if you think your Halloween costume is slutty enough, it's not. If you have the urge to tell someone your entire sexual history that you just met at a party, go for it. There was one more. If you're gonna be spooky, then get the fuck out, because we're making Halloween what?
Sexy.
Yes, thank you.
That was the wonderful Grace, everyone. I know we just met, but I'd like to tell you my sexual history. And that is that there is none. You could have seen that bit coming after the whole asexuality talk. Not me. They've topped the worst joke of the day. No, I forgot to do this in the little introduction part. I'd like to address the clown rough-shaped elephant in the room. This isn't a Halloween costume. This is just me being a silly little court jester. No, I'm kidding. I thought I'd dress up for the occasion and I would have done eye makeup, but I overslept. We all ready to welcome our second act onto the stage? Okay, we're going to do the same thing as last time, but we're going to start over here with a person I also don't know called Ben. If you can start clapping and cheering, if we can spread that round, and then all the way over here, so if you can start.
So, I am not in a costume, and I'm now disappointed in myself, which is about the headspace I need to be in right now. So, I have ADHD, which doesn't really do much in the way of benefits. I have trouble focusing, as you will see throughout this stand-up routine. I don't do my assignments on time. And most importantly, I have the most confusing list of interests, or hyperfixations, if you want to be woke about it. But yeah, so it usually is pretty normal. Usually it's like TV shows or movies, or sometimes it's weird, but specifically for me, sports. And more recently, it's been like mixology. And that's the process of making cocktails for anyone who's not as pretentious as I am. And so I've tried making a load of different ones, tried making some really difficult ones like rum and coke, or whiskey on the rocks. They did not like granite. But yeah, and I tried to make my own cocktails, which, not a good idea. It ended up being pretty similar to the list of songs I've sung at karaoke. A lot of tequila. Yeah, I have had some very weird hyperfixations. Like when I was in primary school, has anyone heard of something called the knife game? As you can all see by the fact I'm holding things with both of my hands right now, I was pretty good at it. Unlike some other people, bad luck James. Yeah, I suppose I was just more of a concerning child. Like, I tried to give my year 3 teacher a heart attack by coming into school with a black eye and saying I'd lost a fight to a toilet seat. Which, as someone who has now worked in childcare, is perhaps the most concerning reason to have a black eye that I can ever think of. There is a real story behind that, in that As a 7-year-old, I thought, I slipped on the wet bathroom floor and face planted into a toilet did not sound nearly as funny. And given I had 2 friends and a supposedly happy family, my reputation was on the line there. On that fact, who here has divorced parents? Mine haven't finalised theirs yet, but we're getting there. Yeah, divorce is, I don't know which ways this is going to go yet, which is fun, because like, am I going to get 2 birthdays and 2 Christmases? Am I going to get the most awkward Christmas dinner since my granddad said he was going to run for UKIP? Luckily, he did not succeed in that. UKIP was not a party at the time. And then sometimes you just get Fleetwood Mac. I really should have seen my parents' divorce coming though, because like, when I was a kid and we'd be going on holiday and we'd be driving in the car, my dad would have the map out, my mum would be driving, and they'd be disagreeing about which way to go, despite the fact that one of them had the map and the other one didn't. And it would just result in my dad shouting at my mum, "You can go your own way." And then they'd be fighting at home closer towards like the end of the marriage, which was a long time before the divorce started happening. And it would just be my dad going like, "If you don't love me now, you will never love me again." Seems I've just started thinking about Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, but I don't know. Divorce is funny because it made me respect the Bible more as someone who has never believed in it. Because, wow, my dad should have listened, given he was in the Church of England his entire life. Now, maybe fortunately for all of you, or unfortunately, I have to fulfill my greatest fear of becoming my father, and I've entertained you for 5 minutes, and now I have to leave. Thank you.
I genuinely don't know what to make of that final line other than I salute you and I hope you're doing okay. Also, divorced parents. I'm really telling you guys a lot about myself tonight, and there will be a pop quiz at the end. I'm kidding. I think we should get on going to our next act. So if this time everyone could just start clapping and cheering all at the same time, and invite the lovely Lizzie onto the stage.
Okay, so, some of you may not know this, but if I wasn't a philosophy student, I'd be a paleontologist. For those of you who don't know what that is, that means I really like dinosaurs. In fact, sometimes I like dinosaurs so much that I wish I could do a joint honours degree in philosophy and paleontology. Be a philosopher, if you will. But most of us don't get to study dinosaurs. We have to study boring things like journalism and accounting and public relations. What even is that? Does anyone know? I don't. Anyway, dinosaurs are really cool though. They have those little tiny arms. They have those weird names. Tyrannosaurus Rex, Diplodocus, Lokiceratops. That one is real, by the way. If you want more information, come find me after the show. But I'm now an adult, so I'm not really meant to like dinosaurs. I went to the Natural History Museum over summer with one of my friends. And you're probably thinking, okay, that's the one place you can actually go see dinosaurs. But no, I went to see the modern dinosaurs. For reference, that's what most people call birds. Now, I'm not saying birds aren't cool. They can be. But why do I have to learn about pigeons instead of triceratopses now I'm 18? Pigeons suck. They steal your food. They shit on you. secretly spies for the British government. Okay, maybe it's just my brother who believes that last one. But dinosaurs are way cooler. Have you ever seen a sad person around a dinosaur? No. Have you ever seen a scared person around a dinosaur? No, they're dead. They're not gonna harm you, mate. So, I was thinking, we've got a bit of a mental health crisis in the country. That vision board stopped working within the first 2 days. That meditation app is like, I'm watching you, so you get really scared and delete it. So I'm thinking, instead of all of that and trying to wait at the pharmacy for 50 minutes for them finally to tell you that they don't have your medicine stock, we instead just put a dinosaur in everyone's room. It will just stand there, invoking childhood joy, nostalgia, possibly nightmares when you see its silhouette at 5 a.m. But still, rest in peace. The dinosaurs, not you. You just have 3 dreams. But dreams are really weird, aren't they? They can tell you your greatest fears. They can tell you your greatest ambitions. They can tell you that random video you watched one time when you were 12, which you really shouldn't have. But I think the weirdest thing about dreams is some people can control them. I can lucid dream. Any other lucid dreamers here?
Woo!
Okay, so the weirdest thing about lucid dreaming and me is if you have me fully conscious, I take about 30 minutes to make a decision. But if you got me unconscious, I can make my whole choose your own adventure story. Like, go here, kill the dragon. Go here, feed the ducks. Go here, destroy the orphanage. But I'm really hoping my dream tonight are about dinosaurs. Even if they are kind of brutal apex predators, which gets ignored in most children's literature, and also this stand-up set. It would be a lot better than having another dream about my crippling fear of growing up.
I would like to confirm that the dinosaur idea would work. I was going to say a pet dinosaur. I don't have a pet dinosaur. I have a plushie dinosaur, and I'm full of so much childhood whimsy, guys. Just overflowing. Also, fun fact, I actually have 2 of the exact same one, but one's tiny, one's big. And their names are Little MILF and Big MILF. This is because when I acquired the first one, me and my friends got matching ones, so we had MILF, DILF, and Cougar. And then by complete coincidence, I won another one in a claw machine. Because I'm full of childhood whimsy and I love seaside arcades. But on that note, I think we should bring our final act of the section onto the stage. Can we please, actually, Lowen, hi, wonderful.
Hello.
Lowen. Can you start the clapping and cheering and
I
then we'll
can.
kind of come forwards?
Yes.
Hell yeah. And you start the voice and then a wonderful change onto the stage.
We'll get through this. Anyone here got any tech? Yeah? A lot of tech heads over there. What tech do you have? Nice. What type, what brand of phone? What phone? I'm sorry, if you don't have the latest iPhone, don't talk to me, Paul. I don't know. I don't have an iPhone. But it's about manifesting greater things, isn't it? We'll get there one day, buddy. I don't know if you guys care, but I've got a Google Pixel, second hand. Yeah. One thing I wish I knew before buying refurbished tech, that you should always get it from a professional. Buy it from someone that's certified. Something that I wish I knew sooner. It was a dire situation. I was about to go on a holiday of a lifetime with my friend Richard. We'd saved up for ages to go to the most amazing places in the world. And 3 days before the trip, with my phone, what would you call it if like your phone broke, like stopped working? Is that malfunction, or would you call it a fault if it doesn't turn on? Anyway, exploded. Yeah. Turns out you shouldn't put your phone in a toaster. Yeah. Maybe I should have seen that coming, but also like science. 3 days before the trip, no phone. Gen Z, no phone, fucked. I go onto eBay in my dire situation, look for some refurbished tech. Found a guy called Abdi Techhead Refurbished Tech. 3 underscores. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I definitely fell for some red flags. There were some definite red flags that I missed when buying refurbished tech. First one, 2 days after I bought it, still hadn't been dispatched. Furious. A day before the trip, going with Richard, I was worried. I sent Abdi a little message saying, please may I have my phone? Immediately, he sent a message back. I'll tell you guys what Abdi said. Dear James, check your front door now, lol. Your favourite tech head, Mark. I swear to God, I opened my door, on my front porch, a box, written in pencil with no address on it, just going, enjoy lol. But the worst thing is, his name was Mark. I felt betrayed. You think you know a guy sometimes when you're buying refurbished tech. Another red flag was the setup of the phone. You know when you get a new phone, it's normally just asks you for some personal details, trying to set it up for you. You know, trying to be very helpful. I turn my phone on. Do you accept Mark's tech terms? Of course I said yes. And that's not because I couldn't be bothered to read Mark's tech terms. I read every single one of Mark's tech terms. Best tech term, no dick pics allowed on this phone. Undoubtedly. I'm willing to put my neck on the line here and go, I think that's a pretty good rule. I think it should be implemented on more tech beyond Mark's tech tips. And I think the world would be a better place without giving people the ability to send or take photos of dicks. Because funnily enough, I don't know if people know this, but like taking a photo of human genitalia, it's kind of disgusting. Get rid of it, please! Get rid of it! If you learn anything tonight, phone sorted. Gonna go on the holiday of a lifetime with my friend Richard. It was as beautiful as I imagined. I thought it was amazing. I went to a bridge. It was on the side of a mountain. It was beautiful. I couldn't see anywhere for miles, and the bridge was being held up by some hands, which I imagine was God. And he was holding me up on this bridge with Richard. And we do this crisp high five in midair. It was the best photo that I've ever taken in my life. I'll have to get it for you guys, 100%. Like. Sorry. Actually can't find it. Actually can't find any photos of me and Richard or Dick. No dick pics. Richard is Dick.
That was our final act of the section. Very mixed reaction, guys. That's so good. No. But we do have a 15-minute interval. This is your time to go pee, go eat some food, go have a drink. But please return here by, let me check the time. Please return here by 9 o'clock. And get a little comfy for our next section. Thank you, guys. Hello. Oh, I had to attack everyone. Everyone have a good break? Yeah. Everyone feeling refreshed, moist, flourishing. Like the meme, guys, like the meme. I live under a rock, what can I say? Most of my brain is just 2020 TikTok references. But yeah, I was gonna say anyone do anything cool in the break, which is the lamest question so we can ask. No, everyone have a pretty standard break? Nice.
Kit Kat.
That took me a minute to get. That's really funny if you consider doing some stand-up. No. Speaking of breaks, everyone looking forward to Consolidation Week? Yeah! I'm so looking forward to getting to nap so much. I'm very excited. I'm going to Thorpe Park.
Woo!
Me mentioning roller coasters twice in one set? What is this? Autism? No. Is anyone else doing anything cool? Any cool plans? I saw a hand, but it's behind the lights. I don't know who that is. Hi, Kiri.
Hi.
What cool plan are you up to?
We're going to London to the Taskmaster live experience.
Woo!
I am so jealous. I wish I could be there. I'm gonna walk away from Kiri because I'm so blinded with jealousy. No, I love Taskmaster. A normal amount. As I do many things. No, anyone else doing anything cool? I'm gonna go to this person over here. Hello, what are you up to?
I'm going to an escape room and I'm going to shout at my friends.
Please be nice to your friends. But also, I hope you have a lot of fun. There's two very escape roomy themes going on. Anyone doing something that isn't an escape room? I'm gonna come over to this person who I don't know called Tommy. Tommy, what are you doing this summer? No. It's Consolidation Week.
I'm going to Bath to spend time with my girlfriend's family.
Oh. They don't live there? You know what's so fair? Like, I've never been to Bath, but I'm sure it's lovely. I feel like there's a pun about cleaning in there. But it's been too long a time for me to think about that. But no. Sounds like you guys are really going to be academic weaponing. You guys are really going to be locking in, consolidating perchance. No, I'm not going to be either, guys. Your secret's safe with me. But speaking of not doing academics, are you guys ready to welcome on your next act? Okay, this time I'm going to start. Tip. You thought you were safe, you're not. Can you start clapping and cheering, please? And then we'll spread it around this way.
Hello, that was very short music. My name is William Kirk, if you can't read from massive text, and I am a comedian. Recently my agent said we're going to be touring America. Now I am British, so I'm terrified of offending someone. I know how confusing the tipping culture is over there. I was worried. So the only solution is to practice. So I started fly tipping. What I do is I go into different restaurants and when no one's looking, place down a tip, then disappear into the darkness. It's great, but has left me skinned. So, as you can clearly see, I go to the gym a lot. I have a perfect body. I look like a Greek god. Thanks for not laughing, then. And that indicated to me you looked at me and went, yeah, he does look like a Greek god. Thanks again for not laughing at that. Well, that's mean. So, to maintain my perfect body, thanks for not laughing, then. So I need to find a new gym workout. What I have started doing, get for gym workout, is shoplifting. So what I do, so I go into different shops and I just find the heaviest thing there, just lift it up a couple of times, and when I'm done, I just put it in my pocket and walk out. And solve my second problem of not being able to buy anything. To anyone who needs a demonstration of my show, take this, the complete works of Francis Kafka. Now, this is a book that the author wanted burnt upon his death. Really heavy stuff, 100 pounds a cop. That's about 49 kilograms to people unaware of the pound to kilogram conversion rate. And look how easily I can lift it. This is the equivalent of a small child. Now, another problem with being skinned, so I need to get money. To get money, you need to get a job. And to get a job, you need to be punctual. And to be punctual, you need a clock. Now, obviously, I can't afford a clock outright. Time is expensive. So I bought a clock second hand, as you can see. At the back, can't see, for visual gag, so I got a solution. If you still can't see that, you really should go to Specsavers. So coming to the end of my set, and I just want to say, you there, person wearing a face mask, your smile is like a flower.
Really?
Like this flower. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm being ridiculous. It's clearly more like, think this flower? No, again, it's clearly far more like, yep, this flower. Oh yeah, and again for people at the back who can't see. Thank you. I'm somewhat scared for Compère slowly walking towards me, so goodbye.
Thanks, everyone. That's William Kirk, and I'm so sorry for making that mistake. Also, I don't think I'm that scary. I know it's Halloween and all, but I'm just a little guy. Don't have to be scared of me. But no. I think we should get our next act onto the stage. So I'm just going to get you all guys to go ham all at once. If you guys can start clapping and cheering and welcome the wonderful Mohaseb onto the stage.
Hello, hi. Wow, very nice setting in. Hi guys, how's everybody? Good? Good? Alright. My name is Mohaseb, as you can see. I'm a master's student here because I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I used to work at a law firm before this, and extremely toxic place to be at. Like, have you worked at a place so toxic in your life that smoke breaks are the healthiest thing you do in a day? Because you get your steps in, you get a bit of vitamin D, it's a fun time, right? It was such a toxic place that I missed the pandemic. I was like, I wish we had COVID back, It was a good time though, COVID. Like, you got close to your families, whether you wanted to or not. I remember walking in one day to get something from my parents' room and finding a packet of condoms in there. And while this is a harrowing experience for most people, I picked up the condoms. Just disappointment. Just looked at it. My mother was standing right there. I was like, looked at my 8 fucking siblings in the background. One of these things shouldn't be here, mother. How are you using this thing? It was a crazy time. I was on Instagram and I saw these 2 pilots who started their own restaurant. And I was like, really, that's what you start. I don't know about you, but the worst thing I've had on any flight unilaterally has been the food. That's like if Jeffrey Dahmer started an empathy course, you'd be like, I'm not having this shit, right? I ended up just stuffing myself with a lot of food, and I started gaining weight. And the way I realized I started gaining weight is one day I opened my library and Google Photos put up a picture of me when I was thin and a picture of me when I was fat, and then asked me, is this the same person? And I was like, am I being fat shamed by technology at this stage? Because this is concerning, I need to hit the gym. And I started hitting the gym, I started losing a bit of weight, and people were like, oh, Mohaseb, you know what, you're losing weight, that's good, you'll be healthier, you'll live longer. And I don't know if I entirely agree with that statement, you know what I mean? Okay, let me give you an example. Donald Trump, right? Already laughter, amazing. Man's 75 years old, eats McDonald's every single day, has Coke every single day, and still the ruler of one of the biggest countries in the world, right? Biggest superpowers in the world. And then on the other hand, you have the beacon of health and fitness, the six-pack, the athleticism. What's the guy's name? Kobe Bryant. Yeah, rest in peace. I don't want his ghost haunting me. There's enough in York. I'm gonna move on to something more gruesome than this. Everybody around me is getting married. I'm getting at that age where every time I open Instagram, it's just one after the other getting married. And then every time now I get a phone call, I hope to God it's a Nigerian prince calling to scam me. But no, it's just another princess who's found a prince. And she's like, hey, you want to come to my wedding? And I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. But the problem I've realized is the longer I wait to get married, the more people I have to call. Why do I have to call your problem to my wedding? Just is what I want to know. You know what I mean? So I just need to get that done fast. But at the same time, I'm also worried of being catfished. Not in a way like you think, oh, you meet somebody cute, but you go to meet the person, and it's a 40-year-old man who wants to fuck you in the washroom. Not that kind of information, right? But let's say if I meet somebody and it's nice, and let's say we're on the 3rd or the 4th date, and we're driving down, and both of us are sitting, having a good time, and then she goes, Babe. 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 Yes. Do you know something crazy happened at work today? By the way, the longer the crazy, the less crazy the actual story is. It's never as crazy as they say it is. It's never something like, something crazy happened at work today. There was a fire. James stuffed a fire extinguisher up his ass. It's never that. That I'd be like, yeah, that's crazy. What the fuck is James up to? Never that. It's always something like, something crazy happened at work today. Today I walked in and Michelle had this handbag and I was like, oh my god, Michelle, where'd you get this handbag from? And she was like, oh my god, James gave it to me for my birthday, but I told him that you cannot forget my birthday and just give me things whenever you feel like it. And I just kill myself at that stage. This is the level of catfishing that I have a problem with. Yeah. So, I've realized, like, the solution to my problems is a sugar mommy. You know what I mean? That's what I need in my life. It solves two of my biggest problems. Mommy issues, financial troubles. Done. In this economy, are you joking? You know what I mean? Also, I cannot propose for the life of me. Like, every time, my knees are the knees of a 50-year-old. Every time I, bend down. There you go. Give it 2 minutes. If I had that, I would try it again. It would still happen again. If I get down on one knee to propose, the knee goes pop. The moment's gone. You know what I mean? Thank you guys. That's been my time. You've been a wonderful audience.
When we said this show was before Halloween, I didn't expect it to get that spooky. But it's gonna get spookier because it's our final act of the show. Less mixed of a reaction that time. No, but we have a celebrity. Ooh. Please welcome onto the stage, Grim. Hey guys. I'm really sorry about being late and waking up at work. I can't tell you what, but I can say it was dead funny. I've been thinking a lot about fairy tales recently, about the lessons they teach you, the morals of the stories. Anyone want to shout out some fairy tales for me?
Snow White, Hansel and Gretel.
Snow White, don't trespass. Hansel and Gretel's don't trespass too. How many of these are don't trespass? Goldilocks and the Three Bears is also don't trespass. Cinderella, stay humble.
Why you cry wolf?
Shut up. Beauty and the Beast, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm running out of ideas. Someone shout out another one. Princess and the Frog, also don't judge a book by its cover. Little Red Riding Hood. Should have gone to Specsavers. Now I've got beef. I've got beef with, and you heard it over there first, the boy who cried wolf. If you're not familiar with the tale of the boy who cried wolf, I'm going to explain it to you right now. Once upon a time, there lived a little boy who lived alone atop a mountain. He had to herd sheep every day and make sure that the sheep didn't get eaten by a big evil wolf. And then one day, he was all, I'm really bored, I'm going to start screaming and crying and pretending I'm being eaten by a wolf. So everyone from the village ran up the hill and they were like, little boy, are you okay? And the little boy was like, yeah, I'm just bored. And then he did that 7 days straight. And then on the final day, the village people ran up to the hill, they saw that the little boy wasn't dead, and they went, young man! Do this again? We're not gonna save you this time. And then the little boy did it again the next day, and they didn't come, and the little boy was like, this is kind of boring now, I'll stop doing it. And then a week later, a wolf appeared, and then he died.
So what's the moral of this story? Anyone want to tell me? Don't lie. That's what they'll tell you. Don't lie. Personally, I think there's deeper implications to this tale. I think this is a tale about bad parenting, victim blaming, and the consequences of breaking child labour laws. First of all, bad parenting. Why was there a little boy living alone upon a hill? Where were his parents? Had they already been eaten by the wolf? Why was nobody in the village concerned about this? It would have taken one phone call to call social services. No wonder this child was, screaming for help, quite literally, from the villagers. It was a trauma response to the fact that he'd been neglected by his parents. He needed love, he needed attention, and you know what he got? Eaten. Secondly, victim blaming. They always blame the boy, don't they? Oh, sorry. Was the child too delicious and scrumptious? Should he have tried to be less tasty looking for the wolf? You know, the sheep got eaten too, but the sheep don't get told to look less tasty, do they? Maybe we should start telling wolves, don't eat sheep and children, instead of telling sheep and children to look less scrumptious. And finally, this whole situation could have been avoided had they not given a child an adult's job. Normally, a kid's first job is something like, I don't know, a paper round, not a sheep herder. But, that's just me. I mean, don't lie's pretty good too. I don't know. I'm not that grim.
Here at Comedy Sock, we don't have the money to pay the Grim Reaper to do a stand-up set, so I did pay with my soul. And on that bombshell, that's the end of the open mic. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you found things funny. But for now, a very non-funny bit, plugs. Love me some plugs. I feel like I've said something wrong, but I don't know what. Anyway, if you guys want to get involved with some of our shows, other than stand-up, we have auditions happening, both for Comedy Sock Presents, which at this moment is indeterminate show, but it will be something cool, I'm sure. We also have auditions for the Freshers sketch show happening, so if you prefer, I was going to say your comedy scripted, this was scripted, your comedy not standing up. You like comedy and acting, that's what you should be getting on. Open to anyone who's joined Comedy Sock this year, even if you're not a Fresher, as long as you've joined Comedy Sock this year. In Consolidation Week, we have a little movie social happening. Please check the Instagram for more details because we're still ironing out some things. It'll be spooky, it'll be Halloween movie social, it'll be a good time. Week 6, and this is very exciting, we have a by-election. Open to people of all sexualities, not just bisexual people. No, we're looking for a head of writers. If you think you can write funnier jokes than that. Head of improv, if you think you can do funnier jokes than that on the spot. And we're looking for an ordinary member, which is especially good for anyone who's looking for something low responsibility, but still wants a peek behind the curtain. Also, next week, no workshops. We're taking the week off, baby. Also because I will be at Thorpe Park. So if you do come to the stand-up workshop, I'll be in Chertsey. But no, have a nice week, take a break. If you want to do something Comedy Sock related, we have a social, but no workshops. But if you do want to get your grind on, We have pictures for Comedy Sock Presents, as I say, it's indeterminate because you get to determine it. And Giggle Fest, which is our end of semester festival. It'll be one day, so you can pitch shows, you can do anything you want, within budget. And that budget is 0. But yeah, I think that's all our pictures. Obviously, typically we would have workshops, so keep an eye out on the Instagram for when those are. If you want to do stand-up, typically they're on a Wednesday. But yeah, I've been Adeline. We've got a lot of lovely credits. Thank you to all of these people. Thank you to all of the